Howdy, howdy. All right. We'll join already. Awesome.
Clayton, you beast. What's up, man?
How's it going, Rohan? How are you?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
I am excited as always to share
Oh,
some time with you this afternoon.
boy, oh boy, do you guys have something in store? Ah,
Yes, sir. I'm so excited. We have a lot for you guys. Let's Rohan, let's give them a few minutes, get some more people in here. We've got some really exciting news for you all. Something that's going to benefit you guys directly at absolutely no cost, which is phenomenal, right? So,
breathing.
we've got about 140 people in here right now already, which is phenomenal. So let's get started. Not lose anybody. Be quick with this. So Rohan and I have set up a schedule. Briscommerce and OBR, baby. We set up a schedule. All right. We are going live every Saturday, 12 o'clock Eastern time. This live is going to provide you all a market recap, comprehensive market recap. It's going to be verbal. So it's going to be essentially a podcast style, except you're going to get to see our beautiful faces. So that it's going to be a market recap for the week as well as our outlook for the week to come. All right. We're going to try and cover everything that is important to you all as traders, as investors, as just overall need for market knowledge. We're going to try to cover the whole nine. We are also going to follow that up for some of you all that are more technical than rather than fundamental or need some visual to pair with the verbal that we're going to be providing you. We are going to provide you guys a comprehensive technical analysis via ThinkorSwim. We're going to screen record the technicals, provide you guys charts. We're going to go over stocks that had major moves, sometimes one stock, sometimes an ETF. Sometimes, for example, SPY, we're going to cover the major holdings that overextended it, in our opinion, sometimes, or brought it down in the week. So I'm going to let Rohan provide us a little bit more information, and then we're going to cut it to questions.
Thanks for passing it over, man. So personally, first of all, thank you guys so much for joining. It really means a lot. What we're going to be doing, and obviously Mr. Clayton over here is the technical analysis god. And essentially what we're going to be doing is providing the technical and fundamental analysis of all of these publicly traded equities that go from SPY to the NASDAQ, Russell 2K, Dow Jones, all of these other technicals that we have, that we see, and we want to look out for in the coming weeks to come, right? So essentially we'll have our weekly Instagram live, right? That's our first thing that we're going to go over. Then we'll have a Instagram TV that we're going to be recording via Zoom. And the biggest thing that we want to do and keep out for you guys is leave the platform open for questions. So obviously it's going to be a very interactive sort of experience on the Instagram live, right? So we'll have questions and answers. As soon as that happens, we'll go over what we need to go over in a given day, whether that be like our overall major indices or whether that be our overall stock or ETF that we wanted to cover, we wanted to do. So without further ado, I'll give it right back to Clayton.
All right, just to provide some clarification in case I wasn't too specific enough for you all, the live again is going to be Saturday afternoon, 12 p.m. Eastern time, and we are going to follow that live with a technical analysis video that will be uploaded so that you guys have something to see. Now, that being said, I am our main host for OBR's Discord for the live calls that I provide to you all. And if you have a premium trial, you can step in at any time. I'm on at 8:30, and I take my first break at 12, and I'm in and out throughout the rest of the day. And then we have a 3:30 meeting every single day. So we cover the entire market in its comprehensive entirety. We cover everything. And I'm going over my trades. We cover the trades of the other analysts. So we are going through everything during the week, and then all we're doing is Rohan is kind enough to sit down and cover all of it with me so that we can recap it for you guys, explain what we see, explain what we did about it, what we plan to do, and then provide you outlook for the week following. So we're getting a lot of questions already. Let me see if we can answer some of those first because we want to make sure that you all are clear on our new schedule and whatever else we can help for you guys.
For sure.
All right, so we've got, okay, guys, I'm going to say now, all the questions regarding crypto. We have a couple of guys in OBR that make me look like I can't spell cat with crypto. So, and I don't know a whole lot. I try to understand the technicals. I try to do some research on the back end, but we have analysts who are brilliant. We have executives who are brilliant crypto. So I'll make sure they get on the live so they can answer some of your all's crypto questions. I just got back into crypto myself. So we will be providing that soon. I will get on lives with our crypto guys, and we'll be able to answer those questions for
Lots
you.
of crypto questions here.
Lots of crypto questions.
So every Saturday here on Instagram Lives or on Discord? That's a great question, Sammer. So it's going to be every Saturday here at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Instagram Live. Now, I think Clayton already specified this, and feel free to jump in at any time if you want, that he's going to be live every day when the market's open on the Discord. And this is the OBR Discord. And trust me, I'm a part of the Discord as well myself. This is not a paid promotion. OBR Investment is an absolutely brilliant Discord platform with wonderfully motivated individuals. So, yeah, that answers that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I'm on every morning at 8:30. And one of the things that I do is we cover the pre-market from 8:30 to 9:30. I make sure I'm all squared away from about 9:30 to 10 on my positions and everything that I'm managing for myself, my company personally, and then I make sure that I'm verbalizing everything I see. And I want to cover all the positions that you all are trying to get into, that our analysts provide you all, that our analysts are going over for you all, so that there's no confusion. And that means from an entry-level trader who just stepped into the stock market yesterday to someone who knows his way around Wall Street. It does not matter what your expertise is or lack thereof. We're here to help. We're here to provide education so that you all can be independent and self-sufficient traders or long-term investors, whatever suits your profile best. So let me see if we can answer some other questions that maybe don't have to do with crypto. For now, we'll make sure we cover that, guys.
Like 80% of it's all crypto.
Are you a full-time trader, or do you also have another business? We can both answer that quickly. I own a capital growth company. Specifically, that's what I do. I'm our primary and only trader. I grow the capital for my partner and we outsource it to other companies, invest in other companies. We do acquisitions, and my primary source of funding is the stock market. So yes, I trade full-time, and my desired place to be as a full-time trader, commanding my own hours, is with OBR, running the live calls during the day. So I am full-time for myself, and I run OBR's live calls during the day.
So for myself, I am actually more of a long-term investor. I work full-time at JP Morgan Chase & Company. And, personally, I don't have anything going in terms of like my own personal business yet, but that is what we're all here for, right? We all are seeking financial independence, and I'm glad to be on that journey with you guys.
Appreciate that as well. So what platform do you use for calls and puts? Okay, so you guys, for our technical analysis videos that will follow our IG live calls on Saturday, I will be sharing and recording a screen via ThinkorSwim. Rohan and I love ThinkorSwim. We've used multiple different platforms, but TD Ameritrade are our primary brokerages. I have other brokerages that I use for different products that TD Ameritrade may not offer, such as, for example, I use M1 Finance to create a larger, longer-term ETF that I can rebalance and macro manage, but it's a basket of stocks that I can provide parts of my income to, and I know overall it'll grow because I'm managing it and I'm rebalancing it. But TD doesn't offer that. That's pretty much the only thing I use outside of that, other than for crypto. So I have a couple of different exchanges for crypto that I use. All right.
So the brokers that you can use as a beginner, I think you already answered that, right? So,
yeah, I'll just repeat it for.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that overall, if you're a beginner, right, it serves to use a trading platform that's easy to navigate, right? So something I wouldn't recommend a Robinhood because all my boys hate Robinhood. But anyways, if you're using something like a Robinhood, something like a Webull, just to get something started, you don't necessarily have to have $10,000, $20,000 to invest. You can start investing with $100, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to put all of your capital into it. Just a certain allocated percentage of it, so that you're actively invested in the market. And the downfall comes if you're a long-term investor like myself, that if you're checking your trading portfolio every day, if you're not a day trader, you should not be doing that. So putting your money aside for yourself down the line is the best gift that you can give yourself 20, 30 years down the line.
I couldn't agree more. And here's what I'll say. So it took me the better part of 3 months for me to understand just about everything that I needed to understand. I'm very technical. I'm very analytical. I came from a software background. I worked in cyber. But one of the things that ThinkorSwim, which is TD Ameritrade's trading platform, again, provides you is probably the best customer service I have ever had in my entire life. I've spent more time on customer service calls with ThinkorSwim just to better learn it, right? And I could go through the educational videos. I could do that on my own. But if you call them and say, hey, teach me how to use this platform so I can start my way into long options,
Brilliant.
short calls, short put, whatever, whatever is needed. You tell them what you need, and they are so excited to help. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Not my opinion.
They are. I've actually called them before.
They're incredible. So please, guys, don't be afraid to try the new software, even if you're not really tech focused. Please give them a call. It's intuitive once you have someone who's a professional with it explaining it thoroughly. And
so
also,
once you download ThinkorSwim, they will literally take control of your desktop through ThinkorSwim. Whatever questions you have, write it down, because they'll absolutely guide you through everything that you need to know. The charts, the screeners, the educational section, even the Trader TV section. Like, it's absolutely brilliant, the level of analysis that you can do.
No, I agree. I get all my fundamental and technical analysis from the same place, and it's ThinkorSwim. And I've been doing that, and it has not presented me any issues whatsoever. Luke asked a question, and I believe this one was for me. All of the trading that I do for my company is internal. It is between my partner and myself. We unfortunately do not allow outside money. We outsource our profit, the profit that I create. Oh, sorry about that. The profit that I create from the company and trading, and I move that over to other investments, other acquisitions. So unfortunately, no outside money coming in, but we move our money to outside companies, entities, and investments. All right, we've got a bunch of other questions.
So license 6 and 7. So I'm assuming you're talking about the FINRA license 6 and 7. These are both examinations that help with financial advisory. Absolutely, I think it's worth it. I do not have it, which is why, when it comes to financial advice, I can only provide my opinion. I can't give you a recommendation. But when it comes to getting your Series 7, I think Series 7 is much more applicable in the finance world than it is a Series 6. So if you get yourself a Series 7, then it's absolutely worth it.
Yeah, guys, you have to remember, we are not licensed to provide you anything, and nor will I ever tell you what to buy and what to sell. All we're trying to do is provide you as much information so that you all feel very confident and comfortable to pick out the stocks that you think are going to provide you the opportunity you're looking for. Because if we're telling you what to buy, telling you what stocks are best, then that doesn't create any self-sufficiency. That creates dependency. So the reason for these lives, the reason for the TA videos that we're doing is so that we can really help you guys make decisions on your own and have the confidence to do so. That being said, we have our platforms. We have Discord. I'm in the live call every day, and we're trying to build a family and a community of traders so that all of the information is shared mutually. There is so much that I don't know. I've been trading for 3 years, and I still bang my head against a wall every now and then. But creating a community and having a lot of people involved allows all of us to cut learning curves that we either know we have or haven't even encountered yet.
Absolutely.
So that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah, no, Series 7, I think the question was from Adilis Ranch. The Series 7 is the General Securities Representative Qualification Exam, right? So essentially, it's an exam that's licensed by FINRA, and that's the Financial Institution Regulatory Agency. It allows you to buy and purchase securities, calls, puts, and provide analysis and outlook for individuals that are looking to do so as well.
So we got a quick question from ADX. Guys, I'm trying to open an account. The issue is I don't have a house in my name, neither a credit card. What should I do? So for me with TD Ameritrade, I did not have to provide credit. The only thing I had to do is provide income, obviously social security number and personal information. And I think I don't even think I had to do rent. I think I only had to do rent or a mortgage for credit cards on those applications. So TD, You have to be 18 unless it's a custodial account with your parent. You have to be 18, and it really just asks for your income if you want to apply for margin. But if you're starting out new, a cash account is going to be your best friend so that you just use what you have available. And you can
Yeah.
dig without a pattern.
Absolutely, dude. Guys, you guys gotta, I mean, if you're not experienced in investing, stay away from leverage and margin because, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna sit here and give you guys financial recommendations, but the one thing I will recommend is stay away from money that isn't your own. Because you start using other people's money, it becomes attractive, right? It starts becoming like, okay, I know that this Amazon is gonna go up, like for sure, right? But you start using it, you start paying those interest fees. God forbid something goes wrong. You are paying your own debts in addition to somebody else's own, and that is too much of a risk for somebody that's starting out.
I couldn't agree more. Guys, I've been trading for 3 years, and I have one of my closest friends who trusts me with everything I do because I've got a track record that provides him that trust. Not only that, I mean, he knows that I'm going to take care of him just as I would take care of myself. And I've been trading consistently for about 3 years, and I'm just getting to a point where I know I can return a certain amount per month, and it's very, very consistent within a percent or two difference every single month. And I try to do my absolute best to make sure I'm well researched. And I've spent a lot of time before I was able to take on any capital and actually have a company where I could take on capital and manage assets for so that we can grow and outsource to others.
There are some really good questions in here. So,
right.
I mean, I don't know. Do you want to handle the Netflix and AMC GameStop questions like on a technical basis?
Okay. Well, what do you all think about Netflix this week? Okay. All right. Little public statement for me. I got into, so about 3 weeks ago, we had a large pullback. My average cost, and I usually prefer credit spreads with long-term expirations for my trade strategies. And we covered Netflix. We probably talked about Netflix more than anything we did anything else this past week, primarily because of what I did, good and bad. So Netflix had an unbelievable week. My average cost was 505 moving into these long out expirations. I had November, December, January expirations, and I got rid of them at the top of the trading range, just following my rules. And I had plenty of time for them. I could have left some runners, but I wanted to get out because Netflix is volatile, and I didn't want to have that position retraced back to where it was, regardless of how long the expirations were. I got 30% out. I was fine. Netflix then proceeded from 523 to run all the way up to what, 598 this week. So better believe I was losing. Yep. That also being said, guys, I want you to understand this. If you look at a higher time frame, Netflix has done what it just did, I think 2 or 3 other times, and we're happy to go over Netflix, for example, in one of our educational videos. But it's done this 2 or 3 times on a larger time frame, like a 180-day, for example. And every time it's done it so far, we're in a little bit of a different market, but every time it's done it so far, it has retraced just about 30 to 40% of the growth to the downside. So I am in call credit spreads, bear call credit spreads out to October, and I'm just going down in a retracement of about 20%. So I can't do that math off the top of my head, but my price target is I've been removing some of the positions, some of the credit spreads so far, and I will be fully out once it gets into the 550s, 540s if it does retrace that far. If not, I will be out beforehand and I'll leave a runner or two. But I do expect it personally to retrace. That's my opinion. That's what I've seen out of Netflix because I've traded Netflix for a while, and Netflix predominantly is a relative creature of habit, especially with larger moves.
Yep. So there's another question in here. What do you think is better, short-term trading or long-term holding? This is a very, very, in-depth question that can't be answered by a generalized blanket statement, right? Each individual has their own strategy. Each individual has their capacity, right? People choose to leave their jobs to trade full-time, and that works out for them because they see it working with their schedule. There are some people that would love to work and do something else from a 9 to a 5, right? And then for them, it would make more sense to have a long-term trading strategy. No matter what you do, if you set your effective stop losses, if you have your long-term objective, whether you're a short-term trader or a long-term trader, you will see some unparalleled success. And I think what you were talking about, Clayton, Netflix ties into a very, very nice question a little bit down the line over here. It says, can you talk a little bit about stop losses and limits, etc.?
Okay, so for me, I don't use stop losses. I never have, and I don't plan on doing it. And I'll explain that also in correlation to the previous question that Rohan was just answering. For me, I realized and this was the first thing that I had to figure out as a trader. I have scalped, I have day trade, I have swung trade, and now I've finally landed on long-term plays at major pullbacks, providing myself good entries that I have to be patient with it. And I don't trade anything under 3 months in expiration for credit spreads, long calls, and I also do covered calls. And those are actually shorter expirations just to bank up on premium. But that being said, the first thing I had to understand as a trader is what will help me control my emotions the best. And I realized that on a short-term basis, I don't know enough, and B, I am not confident in myself. And that is primarily because I just don't know what's going to go on in a short-term basis. I predominantly trade the mega caps, so I look for larger pullbacks, and then I start to enter when everybody is getting scared and selling off. And then when people think that the stock is about to break out, that's when I've taken my profits at 30+% because I've been in it since the floor. And I've been working. It's taken me a long time to obtain the patience to get into those entries. I don't trade breakouts. I don't trade momentum. I trade long growth, and I leverage that growth with options so that I can increase it from, let's say, SPY's average 15% annually, and hopefully 30 to 70% of the margins that I try to shoot for incrementally every 2-3 months.
It truly is a game of patience. Patience pays. And the more patient you are with a specific trade, granted that you're not just adding to your losing position, the more benefits you'll reap out of it. Yeah, and I actually just wanted to go over a recap for everybody that's still here about what we were talking about earlier, just so that we've answered a lot of questions thus far. So just to recap, right, we have our weekly Instagram live. It's going to be at 12 o'clock p.m. on Saturdays, every Saturday almost at 12 o'clock p.m. So I want to say that we can set that in stone. Weekly Instagram TV via Zoom as well. What we'll be doing there is going over on a technical basis and fundamental basis all of the equities and conversations that we've had and we've discussed with you guys through this Instagram live, which we'll be recording and saving on our OBR investment account or your OBR investment account, Clayton, and my Brisk account as well. So that we'll be doing. Then, the reason why is to provide an overall comprehensive review as, from a fundamental basis and a technical basis. So that's just what we aim to do.
All right, let's see if we can answer any other questions. All right, I'm using my mom's info. Okay, but Dad's house. Well, you got to do whatever you got to do to get that account open, my man. So let's go, Clay. What's up, guys? Can you talk a little bit about stop loss limit? We covered that, Luke. How many people are on the OBR team? We've got quite a few. Off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure. I'm relatively new, and I've been thrusted into an incredible position, and I'm absolutely loving it. Again, in regards to our team, I'm on our live every single day. We have phenomenal analysts that are providing way better call-outs than I can, but I have a different trading style. So we have a lot of info and a lot of people that are here to help you with whatever you need. If you need crypto, if you need short-term, if you need scalps, we have someone who's highly competent in every field, if not multiple, to help you directly with whatever it is that you all need.
When did you buy your first stock? Oh my gosh. My first stock was Apple at 107 is when I first bought a share of Apple. And this was like a year and a half ago. Yeah, but I got a little bit, I was like, oh my God, I'm already making like, $10, $12 per share. I was relatively new. I was like, stocks don't always go up. Let me just take the profits here. And then I took the profits, and then Apple, what do you know, went up to 153, and then I was sitting over here like crying, so, yeah.
All right. Hey, at Atlas Ranch, you said you're 15. If I had started when I was 15, I would be in a phenomenal place. You can absolutely go to your parents, have them open up a custodial account, and then open up your own once you become 18. Also, for you all, I would love for you guys to understand this. First of all, for education, OBR's Discord has comprehensive education. We have a website. We have YouTube videos going over platforms, ways to trade, indicators. We have it all. We have it all available for you. Okay, join our Discord. We have a free premium that you all can use. If you do not like it, you don't have to be a part of it. That is no problem to us. We want to help you the best we can. And I encourage all of you, if you decide to step in, please reach out to me or anybody else on the team. Again, my name is Clayton. In the Discord server, I'm the only person with the name Clayton. Please reach out to me so that I understand how we can kind of tailor what it is we're doing to help you and what else I can do to provide a better environment and experience for you all. So can you suggest where to take a trading class? Luke just covered that. So just went over that a second ago, so that I would love to see you in there so we can take full advantage of the information.
Also, don't forget that the OBR website has tons and tons of information readily accessible for anybody that wants to get invested. That's all I'm saying. And also check out briscommerce, shameless plug, post a ton of educational content in terms of, balance sheet basics, understanding how a company's financials are, and stock analysis.
So I just want to add on to that. Rohan has some of the most gorgeous graphics I've ever seen.
Oh.
So whenever I start scrolling on Instagram, this might be cheating a little bit, but whenever I start scrolling, I try to scroll on Rohan's and just start reading because I love what I'm seeing. It's very aesthetically pleasing. So I've scrolled plenty in the past couple of weeks. So we have a quick little question. I just joined. Is there a version I need to pay for? Yes. After your premium trial is over, you can convert over to the premium side. We have some pretty intuitive steps to get that done. Very simple process. And thank you so much for joining us. And we're very, very excited. Our premium members are the ones who are provided these live calls that I go through and a lot of the majority of our information. So please decide to switch over if you find what it is that we are doing for you beneficial. And if it's not beneficial, please let me know before you leave if you decide to leave so that we can have a conversation about how we can improve or what we were not able to provide for you if that was the case, or if there's anything that we can do better. Because
listen, once you join the OBR fan, you can't leave. It's impossible. They'll just love it that much.
I appreciate that. When you guys get in and there's anything that you all need, I will say this again. I encourage you all to reach out to me or anybody else on the team. Ask specific questions. We are here to help you. That is what we are here to do, and make sure that you guys understand how to better yourselves in whatever capacity you decided to join us for. All right. And then
would you like to conclude the live with that? I think that's a great way to, end off the topics here. It's 1:00. We can save this, put this up for anybody else that, would like to see it in the future. And yes, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining in. Advice on Mara. Okay, let me cover this real quick.
All right, go for it.
So, Mara, again, you guys have to understand when crypto starts to become overextended in regards to your all's charting, how do I reach out to you, to Clayton on Discord? So give me 1 second. Let me answer the Mara question. And my own personal Instagram is Stocks with CC. You can reach out there. We can get you in the Discord. It's also linked on my personal Instagram. Again, Stocks with CC. And we can help you out there. And you can get into the Discord and direct message me. I'm all over the chats. So Mara, again, is directly correlated to crypto. And you have to understand when crypto starts to get high or trace up into a higher trading range, you know that Mara will start to have increased volume. Same with Riot, for example. And when we have aggressive retracements in crypto, the exact same will be mirrored, right? Mara and Riot could have incredible earnings. They could make $2 billion a minute. That being said, they are still just based and trade heavily around Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the larger crypto market. You guys have to remember that, all right? So
Just as a last talking point here, if you guys have any other further questions, don't forget to drop a follow to OBR Investing and briscommerce. Send us a DM. We'll try our best to answer whatever outstanding questions you guys may have. And, we're always here to help you guys out at the end of the day. So
Absolutely. And then the interactive brokers question. I know that they have a decent margin, and I assume and understand they have a pretty good platform for you all to trade on. I personally just have not got around to use it. I was doing some research because I was trying to see if I could get a loan for some cash to leverage that. That's just for me. It's not something I recommend to have anybody to do, but that's what pressures me to do better as I put myself in. I add a little risk to my life. So that being said, I have not utilized interactive brokers, and the Discord for OBR, that is in our bio for the Instagram that you see here that I'm going live through. And then I also have it on my personal. It is linked everywhere. And if you cannot get it, DM this OBR Instagram, please, and we'll make sure we can get it on you or get you onto it as quickly as possible. All right, guys, we're going to conclude here. Rohan, thank you so much for your company, and I cannot wait to get all of the analysis and the live calls done moving forward on the weekends. Again, just to say this one more time, we have our live call on Instagram every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to follow that up with a TA post on what we feel like will be most beneficial to provide to you all based on the previous week. And we're also going to provide our outlook moving forward so that you guys have a general understanding and a technical understanding of what it is we are looking at, taking advantage of, preparing for, and the whole 9 yards. So, Rohan, if you've got anything else to say, I'll let you cap it off.
Oh, no, nothing at all, man. I feel like you summed it up great. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the live video again. And like I said before, reach out on DMs, ask us. We're here to answer.
Absolutely. And guys, remember, it's just our opinion. We are trying to provide our experience and our opinions for you all. Please do your due diligence when we answer any questions. We are not licensed to provide you anything. We just have experience that we are happy to provide you all.
Experience is the greatest teacher.
Thank you. You guys take care, all right?
See you guys. Save it. Save the video.